NSO at Home Live, a concert series created by the musicians of the National Symphony Orchestra. My name is Marissa Regni. I'm the Principal Second Violin of the National Symphony. I'll be your host tonight and every Sunday night as we bring live music into your homes and hopefully into your hearts. So after 2 weeks of retrospectives and looking back on our past performances, we are back with some live performances tonight, and we have two terrific violinists from the National Symphony Orchestra joining us. We've got NSO violinists Osborne and Ben Scott, and they are joined by guest pianist Anna Khanina. She's come all the way from New York to play with them this evening, so we welcome her to the show. We also have a terrific Youth Fellowship Program student on tonight. This is an alum of the program. His name is Graham Lovely, and he plays the French horn, so we will find out what he has been up to since he graduated high school and from our Youth Fellowship Program, and we'll check in with him a little bit later. But we're going to kick things off with Ali, Ben, and Anna. They're going to be playing a sonata by the French composer Darius Milhaud. He was one of the most prolific composers of the 20th century, and Milhaud was often inspired by jazz music and Brazilian music and used that to influence his own compositions. So let's head over now to Ali, Ben, and Anna for a little bit of Darius Milhaud. Wow. Thank you so much, Allie, Ben, and Anna for that beautiful performance, and what a fantastic piece as well. We will be back with them in just a little while. But first, I want to remind all of you, you can follow us if you so desire on our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Now, on Facebook, we are NSO Musicians. On YouTube, we're NSO Musicians. On Instagram, we are NSO_musicians. Please check us out. We're always posting new content and material. We've been trying to stay busy all these many months. So if you would be so inclined, we would love it if you would subscribe to us, check us out, like us if you would. It is now that time of the program where we're going to head over to our Youth Fellowship program student. I have been loving this segment and getting to know these young teenagers, so talented and full of life. So it's been great. Tonight we've got an alum of the program. His name is Graham Lovely, and he plays the French horn. And while he was a student in our fellowship program, he studied with horn player James Nickel, who was a member of the National Symphony and actually was the very first guest on our very first NSO at Home Live. So we're thrilled to welcome to the show tonight, James Nickel.
Hey, Marissa.
Hey, James.
Great to see you.
So good to see you. And we miss you. And, thanks.
Yeah, it was great hearing Ben and Allie. I mean, I miss, like I say, every time I come on, I miss hearing all my colleagues every week. And it's a great way to be in touch having these shows.
I agree. It's just like the silver lining of this whole mess. So I thank you for coming on. You've come on this show so many times. And of course, you were our first guest of the show. You were a guinea pig, and you've come on many times to talk about your work in the Youth Fellowship program, which I thank you for, because it's just so valuable what you're teaching these kids. So,
really, I got to say the honor is mine. I mean, I get to work with these incredibly talented students that want to be studying. So it's a great honor.
Yeah. So how long did you work with Graham?
I worked with Graham for 2 years, and Graham studied with me about 3 years ago. I think he's been gone. It's hard to, during these times, it's hard to remember how long people have been gone, but I think he's been gone. I think he's a sophomore now.
Yeah. Yeah. And he must have been great to work with. He's such a sweetheart. We met him a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Graham is great. Graham was one of those students, though, that I always had to tell him, you're practicing too much. You got to calm down. You're great. But yeah, you're, take it easy sometimes, because you're doing everything you need. It's great.
That's great. Well, we're going to bring him on now and get to know him a little bit. So welcome to the show now, Graham Lovely.
Hi.
Hey, Graham. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for coming on. Cannot wait to hear you play. So when did you graduate from high school?
I graduated in June 2019.
2019. Okay. So then you went off to college somewhere.
Yeah, I went to, I spent the first part of, I spent the rest of 2019 and the first part of 2020 at New England Conservatory in Boston.
Great. That's such a great school. And I understand you are studying with one of James' old teacher, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get to work with, since Mr. Nickel also went to NEC, there's a lot of people that I guess we've both encountered in the same sphere, which is kind of cool.
Yep. It's a small world. So you taking this year off, I guess? Just due to the whole pandemic thing, and just wanting to be safe for everybody, making sure that everybody else is safe, and making sure that I'm leading by example in this. I wanted to make sure that I just wanted to make sure that my health and the health of everybody else around me is prioritized. So I figured that this was probably the best decision to make. Yeah. Well, you're going to do great. And, a year off is sometimes a good thing. So we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for coming on this evening. And thank you, James, for your work with Graham. And, we look forward to following you and seeing what you do after school and through school. So come back and visit anytime. Well, when we eventually get back to the Kennedy Center, please come back and visit. So I know you just switch your mic over before you play. So cannot wait to hear you play. And we're going to let you do that now. And I just want to tell everybody, if you know anybody or if you yourself are interested in our youth fellowship program and you want to check it out, you simply Google us. You go into NSO Youth Fellowship Program. If you Google that, there'll be a little link that you can click on, and it will take you to all kinds of information about our program. I have to say this has been one of my favorite segments of this program that we've been doing throughout these past 8 months. I've really loved getting to know these teenagers. They're so inspiring, and it's a very competitive program. These kids are just such great artists and really just inspiring and a lot of fun to get to know. So I encourage you to check it out, and please tell anybody that you think might be interested about it, and they can hopefully audition and maybe become a part of our NSO family. So we're going to head back now to Graham Lovely. Thank you, Graham, for that beautiful performance. What a beautiful sound. We wish you all the best. Know you're going to do great things and cannot wait to follow you in your career and whatever you happen to do in the future. So if you've been enjoying these programs, perhaps you will consider a donation to the National Symphony Orchestra. If you'd like to do so, it's very easy. You just go to kennedy-center.org/support NSO. And any money that you give to the orchestra is 100% tax deductible. It would mean the world to us. So perhaps it's something you'll consider this evening. We're going to head back now to Ali, Ben, and Anna. Now they have been, Ali and Ben, I should say, have been busy these past couple months. If you've been watching the show regularly, you may remember that we talked about the In Your Neighborhood initiative that the orchestra was doing. And this is where small groups, 2, 3, 4 people were going into area hospitals and playing for frontline workers during the pandemic and trying to give back to these heroic people in some way. And Ali and Ben were very active in that program and participated and performed in a lot of hospitals. We actually have a photo of them in one of the hospitals performing. So we thank them for all that they did during that time. I know that the hospital workers really appreciated hearing live music, and it was just very comforting during their day. So thanks to Ali and Ben for that. We're going to head back now to them and talk to them just a little bit before they close us out with their last piece. So let's head back now to Ali, Ben, and Anna. Hello.
Hello, Marissa.
Oh, you guys sound so fabulous. Thank you so much. And welcome to Anna, who came all the way from New York. So thank you for that. It sounds so beautiful, really. I have to say, so one of the silver linings, I guess, of this whole mess that we're in is that we've been forced to discover, new pieces of music, because like, what else are we going to do, right? And I understand, like, most of the music you're playing tonight are new discoveries to you.
True. I personally did not know that either of these two pieces we're playing this evening existed prior to COVID. So it's been quite the nice discovery, thanks to Ben and his lovely wife, Lauren, finding these pieces for us. So yeah, it's been really fun to try something new and learn something new in these times, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I know for me, I'm hearing this stuff for the first time myself, and it's delightful. That Milhaud is so delightful. We have to give a shout out to the beautiful setting that you're in, because you were in the home of a former NSO violinist. So let's give a shout out, if you would.
Yes, we're so fortunate, honestly, to be here this evening at Jackie Anderson's beautiful house. Jackie retired in 2014, and at that stage I'd been in the orchestra for, I guess, about 5 years, and was able to sit with Jackie many times, and ideally miss her in playing in the section and whatnot. So it's a real joy to be, and a privilege. Honestly, I have a beautiful cat at my feet, and we have beautiful plants and a lovely piano, and it's just lovely. So.
Yeah, well, we thank you, Jackie, for lending us. She has a beautiful, beautiful music room, and so as you can see, and it's just the acoustics are lovely. So thanks to Jackie for lending us her beautiful room, and thanks to the three of you, because it just sounds so terrific. Cannot wait for this next piece, which is new to me. So I'm going to sit back, relax, and enjoy myself. So as you take it away, and thanks again so much for being here this evening.
Yeah.
much, Allie, Ben, and Anna. That was amazing. So much fun to listen to. Incredible. So next week we will be back Sunday at 7 p.m. and we will be featuring NSO bassist Ira Gold. He will be joined by his wife, Heidi Remick. She's a violist, and they'll be playing some duos together, so I'm looking forward to that. And our youth fellowship student is Joey Shea on the cello. He is so fabulous. I love this guy. Cannot wait. I'm really excited. So please join us next Sunday at 7 p.m. That is it for us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Just a reminder, if you'd like to donate to the National Symphony, you can go to kennedy-center.org/support NSO. This evening, of course, I want to thank our fabulous production team, Bob Reardon, Jamie Roberts, and Dave Murray, for all of their hard work this week and every week, all these many months. I want to thank Thomas Baker for his beautiful artwork. I want to thank Sophie Edwards for all of her help on my end with all of my tech needs. And of course, we thank all of you for joining us week in and week out and for your support and enthusiasm on this little project of ours. I want to thank our artists tonight, Allie, Ben, Anna, Graham, and thanks to James Nickel for coming on. Cannot wait to see you next week, Sunday, 7 p.m. for Ira, Heidi, and Joey. And have a great week. In the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy.